Good morning. I asked Miss Rogers if she wanted to use a poem that I use, and she actually asked me if I wanted to do the message, so I said sure. All right. Black History Month is designated for the celebration of achievements by Black Americans. It is also a time for recognizing the central role of African Americans in U.S. history. The event grew out of Negro History Week, which began in 1915 due to some prominent African Americans and grew into a month-long celebration due to the Civil Rights Movement. President Ford officially recognized Black History Month in 1976, calling upon the public to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. Even though African Americans have regressed, been oppressed, enslaved, denied, hung, shot, and murdered in many other ways, we remain a group of extraordinary people. We are strong, unique, innovative, resilient, talented, courageous, intelligent, and beautiful.
That's right.
We are dreamers who set forth by faith and accomplish those dreams. Right now, I'll talk about some of those dreams. When she was 6, Ruby Bridges became the first African American to attend an all-public white school. Ruby aced a difficult exam that they thought would keep her from attending and integrating the school. Every day of her first year of school, she and her mom had to be escorted in by 4 armed guards. There were 2 in front of her and 2 in back. Even though they received threats as they entered, Ruby bravely walked into that school through those halls every day. She was the only person in her class because the white parents wouldn't let their kids attend classes with her. There was one teacher in the school who decided she was going to teach this child. Ruby dedicated her life to being a civil rights activist after she graduated high school. She said, "Don't follow the path. Go where there is no path and begin the new trail equipped with courage, strength, and conviction. The only thing that can stop you is you."
That's right.
When she discovered ballet, Misty Copeland was living in a shabby motel, struggling with her 5 siblings for a place to sleep on the floor. Within a little over a year of learning ballet, she was performing professionally. This was unheard of. In 2015, she made history as the first African-American female principal dancer with the prestigious American Ballet Theater. Mrs. Ida B. Wells was a founding member of the NAACP. Her parents were slaves, and she was born into it as well. However, unfortunately, when she was 6 months old, slaves were declared free. She later became a journalist, and when her friends began to be hung, she started publishing about it in a newspaper. She even co-owned a paper called Free Speech. She was so determined to bring light to what was going on that she risked her life and the life of her baby as she secretly traveled to lynch mobs with her baby on her hip. A famous quote of hers is, "One had better die fighting against injustice than to die like a dog or a rat in a trap." At the age of 7, Maya Angelou revealed the name of the man who assaulted her. After that, he was later found killed. Her uncles were the ones who murdered this man. Maya's little 7-year-old mind told her that it was her voice that killed the man. She felt so guilty that she did not speak again for 5 years. Miss Angelou became one of the most acclaimed writers in U.S. history. You may have already known that she was an accomplished writer, but she was also famous for her singing and her dancing. Judy W. Reed couldn't even write her name, but became the first Black woman to obtain a patent when she patented a hand-operated machine for kneading and rolling dough. Okay, I will quickly read this 2005 Black History Edition excerpt from the Democracy Times. It's called "A World Without Our People." This is the story of a little boy named Theo who woke up one morning and asked his mother, "Mom, what if there were no Black people in the world?" Well, his mother thought about that for a moment and then said, "Son, follow me around today and let's just see what it would be like if there were no Black people in the world." Mom said, "Now go get dressed and we will get started." Theo ran to his room to put on his clothes and shoes. His mother took one look at him and said, "Theo, where are your shoes? And those clothes are wrinkled, son. I must iron them." But when she reached for the ironing board, it was no longer there. You see, Sarah Boone, a black woman, invented the ironing board, and Jan E. Matlinser, a black man, invented the shoelacing machine. Oh well, she said, please go and do something with your hair. Theo ran in his room to comb his hair, but the comb was not there. You see, Walter Sammons, a black man, invented the comb. Theo decided to just brush his hair, but the brush was gone. You see, Lydia O. Newman, a black female, invented the brush. Well, this was a sight. No shoes, wrinkled clothes, hair mess, even moms. Without the hair care inventions of Madam C.J. Walker. Well, you get the picture. Mom told Theo, let's do our chores around the house and then take a trip to the grocery store. Theo's job was to sweep the floor. He swept and swept and swept. When he reached for the dustpan, it was not there. You see, Lloyd P. Ray, a black man, invented the dustpan, so he swept his pile of dirt in the corner and left it there. He then decided to mop the floor, but the mop was gone. You see, Thomas W. Stewart, a black man, invented the mop. Theo yelled to his mom, Mom, I'm not having any luck. Well, son, she said, let me finish washing these clothes and we'll prepare a list for the grocery store. When the wash finished, she went to place the clothes in the dryer, but it was not there. You see, George T. Salmon, a black man, invented the clothes dryer. Mom asked Theo to get a pencil and some paper to prepare for their list to go to the market. So Theo ran for the paper and the pencil, but noticed the pencil lead was broken. Well, he was out of luck because John Love, a black man, invented the pencil sharpener. Mom reached for her pen, but it was not there because William Purvis, a black man, invented the fountain pen. As a matter of fact, Lee Burge invented the typewriter machine and W.A. Levesque, the advanced printing press. Theo and his mother decided to head out to the market. Well, when Theo opened the door, he noticed the grass was as high as he was tall. You see, the lawnmower was invented by John Burke, a black man. They made their way over to the car and found that it just wouldn't go. You see, Richard Spikes, a black man, invented the automatic gear shift, and Joseph Gamble invented the supercharged system for internal combustion engines. They noticed that the few cars that were moving were running into each other and having wrecks because there were no traffic signals. You see, Garrett A. Morgan, a black man, invented the traffic light. Well, it was getting late, so they walked to the market, got their groceries, and returned home. Just when they were about to put away the milk, eggs, and butter, they noticed the refrigerator was gone. You see, John Standard, a black man, invented the refrigerator. So they just left the food on the counter. By this time, Theo noticed he was getting mighty cold. Mom went to turn up the heat, and what do you know? Alice Parker, a black female, invented the heating furnace. Even in the summertime, they would have been out of luck because Frederick Jones, a black man, invented the air conditioner. It was almost time for Theo's father to arrive home. He usually takes the bus, but there was no bus because its precursor was the electric trolley, invented by another black man, Albert R. Robinson. He usually takes the elevator from his office on the 20th floor, but there was no elevator because Alexander Miles, a black man, invented the elevator. He also usually dropped off the office mail at a nearby mailbox, but it was no longer there because Philip Downing, a black man, invented the letter drop mailbox, and William Berry invented the postmarking and canceling machine. Theo and his mother sat at the kitchen table with their head in their hands. When the father arrived, he asked, "Why are you sitting in the dark?" "Why?" "Because Lewis Howard Latimer, a black man, invented the filament within the light bulb." Theo quickly learned what it would be like if there were no black people in the world, not to mention if he were ever sick and needed blood. Charles Drew, a black scientist, found a way to preserve and store blood, which led to his starting the world's first blood bank. And what if a family member had to have heart surgery? This would not have been possible without Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, a black doctor who performed the first open heart surgery. So if you ever wonder, like Theo, where would we be without us? Well, it's pretty plain to see. We would still be in the dark. These dreamers were determined. They fought hard for their personal achievements. They may have been afraid at times with persecution and the obstacles that they had to face, but they remained faithful. When you have a relationship with Him, God will never let you face obstacles alone. So kids, don't be afraid. He says that you have the power to say, "Move, mountain," and it will move. For all of us, through trials, the quality of our faith is revealed. Sometimes, though, all you need is the amount of a mustard seed. Without hurts, trials, and sufferings, there are no testimonies. Forgiveness is necessary where there is hurt. God says, I will forgive you as you forgive others. At times, you'll even have to forgive yourself. Once your heart is swept clean, you will have a place for love, kindness, compassion. Your dreams won't always be accepted or understood, but dream big anyway. Be humble and pursue them anyway. If you stick with Him, God will make a way. In my conclusion, I'll leave you with that poem that I wrote. It's called Rise Up. Go high like the Obamas. Be bold and outspoken like Shirley Chisholm, standing strong in the face of adversity. Score perfect 10 like Gabby when she sticks it on the balance beam. Stay persistent like Esther when she stood up to the king. Dream out loud like Martin. Sing proud like Mahalia and James Brown. Dance unashamed like David. Write cadences like Maya Angelou and speak them like royalty. Leap onto the scene like Misty Copeland. Remain humble like Job. Walk alone like Ruby Bridges and Vivian Malone Jones. Tap into the unknown with certainty. Challenge hate and malice unafraid. Question inconsistencies. Push boundaries and knock down walls. March ahead with determination and grace. Conquer lies with love and failures and fears with faith. Thank you.